Good afternoon. How you everybody else? Sister, yo, cuz what I'm doing. And y'all be too. How y'all living, fam? It is another amazingly beautiful day up in this week. And it's time for another vlog. Okay, well, kind of. This isn't the normal vlog you guys are accustomed to seeing on this channel. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit different, right? But all good things, you guys, okay? For those of you guys that are watching me that might be newer, hello, my name is Sande. I am a new twin mom, okay? New as in 8 years in. Twin mom of the most beautiful and handsome boy and girl twins on the planet, okay? Of course, I'm naturally biased, right? Their names are Jackson and Jayla, and they are 8 years old, okay? I regularly vlog here on my channel, all things parenthood, twin momhood, all those types of things, but also everything else in between. So family, friends, family, all the stuff and things, the crazy, okay? We do it all here, okay? So hopefully while you're here, you'll take a moment to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button while you're here. Make sure you guys hit the bell down below to be notified of new videos / vlogs, okay? And yeah, rock with us, okay? Join the fam bam, all right? For those of you guys who've been a long time fam bam that have been part of my journey all these years, even BK before kids, y'all, thank you. Okay, so many of you guys have been such incredible members of our family, our fam bam, as I like to call y'all, for so very long. Many of you guys I know by your screen names, your first name / screen name, and all the things. And we've talked and all the things, whether it's been through social media and messages and DMs or whatever the case may be, for years. And I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for the love, the support, all that you do, all that you share with me on my videos, the comments, the DMs, and all the things. Thank you for rocking with us all this time, okay? Today's video, I'm hoping I can do in one take, okay? It's also going to be something that I didn't necessarily prepare for, right? But I just feel like it was in my spirit because, I don't know, I just feel like it's, I don't know. Look, I'm all over the place. I felt like this was the perfect time for me to share with you guys Jayla'S new journey and what's been going on with Jayla and all the amazing things in her world, okay? And it's been long overdue, and I'll explain to you why that is the case here in the video. So just rock with me a little bit. I should also say that everything that I'm sharing with you guys are coming from a layman, someone who is very, very new to all of this and is literally immersing themselves in all they could possibly learn to get all of the info needed to learn as much about all of the things I'm going to share with you guys in this video as possible. So if I use terms that may not necessarily make sense or that are very much green, okay, or I'm using improper terms to say certain things, understand that I'm still learning all these things and I don't know all of the verbiage and the jargon just yet because I am still learning, okay? But I wanted to share with you guys from real space. I know some of you guys who might be watching might be new parents or new parents of children that might be going through this exact same thing, or you are currently on that journey yourself too. And so what I hope comes out of this is that, one, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'm more than happy to respond back in other videos with some of the answers to the questions you guys might have, that type of thing. I'm hoping that it inspires you in the sense of if you are sensing anything as a parent, right? Any of that, you know, that gut feeling you have, go with your gut, okay? And just want to share with you guys all of the newness that's happening in Jayla'S world, right? So anyway, here we go. One take, y'all. I'm trying one take. We're gonna try, okay? So here's the deal. As you guys know, Jayla was not too long ago evaluated for autism, okay? Amongst several other things. I actually took her to a center that specializes in all types of evaluations, I guess, as it were, and they check for a variety of different things. And I shared that part of my journey with you guys. So if you guys want to check out the videos associated with that, I will tag them above. And hopefully I'm gonna make a playlist out of this as well, so that if you wanna look back on previous videos for reference, you can. So I will absolutely make sure that I make a playlist so that they may be you can check them out in this playlist. All right, so anyway, as you guys know, she was evaluated, and it was actually such an incredible process. It was a long process, but an incredible one. The person that we dealt with that did her evaluations where, I mean, she was amazing, and she still is amazing. Still work with her, still communicate with her. She's absolutely incredible. She's also a sister, okay? And an incredible doctor, and she was phenomenal. She gave me so much information, more information than I could have ever asked for upon finding out what Jayla'S diagnosis was. We went through several appointments for this official diagnosis of the things that are, you know, happening with Jayla. All were amazing, as you guys saw in the previous videos, but I just wanted to share with you guys where we are at with her. Anyway, Jayla is autistic. Okay, she is autistic. She was also evaluated for several other things as well. So 2 other things that came out of her evaluation were also the fact that she has ADHD and she's got severe texture aversions, as well as very high levels of anxiety. All of which obviously are married together, okay? And that was awesome to have heard as well, because we had inklings of that. You guys have probably heard me say a million times over that Jayla has severe texture aversions. I have a lot of texture aversions, but hers are far more severe than mine. And it's a lot of just reintroducing foods, reintroducing textures, hopefully coaxing her to try something, you know what I mean? But it's not just in food. It's textures in general, certain textures, clothing, that type of thing. A little bit of everything, but primarily food, right? ADHD, as you guys know, that was something that we also suspected as well. And so it was such a relief to hear all of those things, to kind of validate what our thoughts were. But what was also great is to know those things as well, so that we can better help her with dealing with those things, and working with her school counselors and her teachers and our advocate and the organizations that we are tapping into now to give her everything that she needs to be able to be her best at school and in every scenario where the ADHD may come into play. But all in all, we were able to finally find out that Jayla was autistic, or is autistic. Something that we have, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, we have always felt in our spirit, but wanted to go through the proper channels to make sure that we got the official diagnosis. And so yeah, we are here now. I'm sure some of you guys who follow me on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook have probably had an idea that this was her final diagnosis, or at least autism was part of her diagnosis, just based on some of the things I've shared with you guys recently about her journey, because I do share a lot on those platforms, right, when I'm not here. So definitely make sure to go and follow me on those platforms. They are all down below. Socialite Sande on Instagram, Socialite Sande on TikTok, and Facebook is all down there as well, okay? But I know many of you guys have probably already had that idea. I've also had several of you guys DM me and say, you know, has she been officially diagnosed, right? And oh my gosh, I'm so excited to say that she has been. And I know that's probably going to be surprising to some individuals when hearing how happy we are about it, but we really are. It was the best news we could have ever heard. Number one, we've always felt in our spirit that she was neurodivergent, not knowing everything about it, but just based on the little things that we did know. I immersed myself in learning early signs of autism and all the things, right? But they vary so much in so many different individuals, right? There are varying levels of autism and being on the spectrum, right? Again, still learning all of these things, right? Even though it's been a few months, we are still learning, right? But when I tell you, Daddy and I were ecstatic, we were ecstatic. And the reason for that is because now we can really tap into the additional things that are gonna help her on her journey, right? And it doesn't change a thing. We love her just the same. We're excited about the diagnosis, and it's just gonna be able to just offer and make available more ways that we can help her in her journey, help her in school, help her in just the world in general with socializing and behavior and all of the things, right? And then if you guys have been a part of our journey for all of the time that the twins have been here on this earth, you guys know that Jayla'S 1 had an IEP since she started school. We started her and Jackson in school very early on. I wanted to get them acclimated with being around other adults and taking direction from other adults outside of ourselves, right? And so we put them in school a bit early in an early childhood type program just to get them acclimated, right? and in doing so had her evaluated then before she even went into preschool. So fortunately, because of having gotten evaluated for learning disabilities and delays, at the time it was called language delays at the time, but now it's officially called a learning disability, okay, at her age. But at that age, preschool age, that was what was called language delays and those types of things, okay? Anyway, when we got her evaluated, it was discovered that she was a year and a half or so behind in language, and there were some other, you know, social, emotional needs that she had. She's always had sensory needs, still does to this day. And so, as you guys know, we had her start preschool early prior to Jackson starting, and she started her IEP immediately starting preschool. Before that, even before she went to preschool and all of that, you guys know that, you know, we also had her in different therapies as well, right? So not only was she in school early and had her IEP early on, starting school, we also had language specialists here that have worked with her here at the home, right? We've had occupational therapists here. We've had behavioral therapists here helping her here at the house on a weekly basis as well. And you guys have seen that. We've documented that journey as well. We also worked with parents as teachers, which I highly recommend, you guys. Highly, highly, highly recommend if you guys are new parents or even just parents that have kids that are young ages. I want to say, I think it's 1 to 5 is what they go up to, if I'm not mistaken, and it might have changed since we were part of it, but I believe 5 is the cutoff. Either way, it's a free program. It's available in most states, so I would probably go online and check them out, and they will come to your home and help you with just different strategies to help your kids develop and grow, and things to keep an eye out for as far as the developmental markers, milestones they have to hit, that type of thing, right? So anyway, we've been very, very proactive in both of our twins' journeys, okay? And it was an incredible experience, right? Learned a lot. It's a lot of information, I'm gonna tell you that right now. Definitely now, especially now, on information overload. But when we found out the news, we were so excited. And it was so interesting to hear the doctor's response to our response. Like, she was floored at how excited we were to hear her diagnosis. She was floored at how excited we were to be a part of her new journey now. She was floored at how involved we were with Jackson and Jayla and just everything that we've done as part of her journey, because she gets the opposite of that a lot of the time. You know, she was telling me just how it's very common for a lot of the parents who hear the official diagnosis, when they find out their child is neurodivergent, autistic, or whatever the case may be, most of the time the responses aren't good. So she was very shocked at our response, and we were so excited, and we still are. We've always known she was gifted, just like Jackson is gifted. They're both gifted kids, and you know, the hard thing, especially when you have twins, especially when because we have one that is neurodivergent, right? It's very easy to compare because there are 2 kids that are the same age. So that sometimes makes it difficult for people to kind of catch things. And sometimes for you as a parent to do it too, because you're in your mind thinking you don't want to compare the kids' development because they're 2 completely different children. And you guys know, I very much hold true to that. Like, I am very much that person who believes in them being their own individuals, even though they're twins, just because they were born almost at the same time. Jackson's going to tell you he was a minute older, which he was, right? That they're going to develop in their own time. Also, Jackson is a boy and Jayla'S a girl, and boys and girls develop differently and at different paces, right? And so we never wanted to be the parents that compared if Jackson hit a milestone and Jayla didn't, or vice versa. We never wanted to be those parents, and we always made it a point to make sure that others didn't do it too, okay? But sometimes it makes it a little bit more difficult because of the fact that we are twin parents to kind of recognize some of those things. Jackson helps her a lot as well too. And so it's easier for my daughter to mask a little bit, you know what I'm saying too, because Jackson is her ride or die partner, right? Her bestie, you know, and her advocate a lot of the time too. So I don't know where to even start from here. I guess I just wanted to take a moment to let you guys know the diagnosis, the official diagnosis. I haven't meant to be cryptic or not say it. I just immediately following hearing the diagnosis, I immersed myself in all things, right? All things neurodivergence, is that a word? I'm still learning. All things autism, all the resources that we can find to, you know, help Jayla on her journey, making it a point to make sure that I could literally let the appropriate people know that need to know at her school about her diagnosis as well, because that will definitely change or affect or impact her IEP. It might even change what she's been diagnosed as at school. And I'll have to go into another bit of detail about that in a separate video. Getting her an advocate. We officially now have an advocate for her that sits in with us at her IEP meetings to advocate for not only her, more importantly, but also us as parents, because we're still learning all the things, and we want to make sure that we're getting the appropriate minutes put towards whatever things for whatever goals and needs Jayla has. So it's been such an incredible journey. It's been lots of information. I am truly on information overload, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm keeping track of time because I have to get the kids here in a little bit. Okay, I'm good. But it's been amazing, you know, it's been amazing. And you all know how involved Juice is. Juice is the hubby, by the way, for those of you guys that are newer. He's very, very much a hands-on dad. And so we're in this together. He attends every single IEP meeting, every single parent-teacher conference meeting. It doesn't matter what type of meeting he's there. He even goes on the doctor's visits. Sometimes I have to tell him, stay at work, I got it, you know, but he always makes it a point to be there no matter what. And so it's been very much a partnership of just doing whatever we need to do to make sure that we're doing everything for Jayla girl, okay? Let's see, what else has happened lately? Like I said, got an advocate. And if you want me to go into more detail about how I got these things, I can absolutely do videos on these, because my goodness, this is a lot of information, one, and two, there's a lot I don't know and a lot I didn't know, but I'm learning and I'm doing, and I don't mind sharing it as I'm doing it, because then it's fresh in my mind and I can share it with you guys from a real space of just having done it, so I can give you all the information that's needed. So if you want me to do videos on any of the things that I share with you guys in this video, let me know. And like I said, questions are welcome, absolutely. You can comment those down below. So we have an advocate for her. She's incredible, amazing. Like I said, she comes to every single IEP meeting with us, any meetings for her moving forward in her school career. The other part that's really awesome is that if she ever needs, if we ever need her to sit in classroom settings with Jayla or any of that type of thing, and or observe her in any capacity, she will do that as well. She's also someone that I can reach out to for resources. So if I need, how many times have I said resources in this video? I'm just trying to find the right words, you guys. This is new for me, right? And y'all know I can talk, okay? But this is new. But finding all the things out that, you know, like the books and the organizations that we can become a part of, things for Jackson as well. One thing that's come out of this that I'm so incredibly excited about, that's very much going to help Jackson to better understand Jayla, okay, is that we're going to have him attend a sibling class, okay? I don't have the formal name for it off the top of my head, okay? But I imagine this is something that's available in a lot of places, you know. I'm sure it's not a brand new concept, but it's an awesome concept. So essentially, it is a workshop where siblings of neurodivergent children attend and get a better understanding of what autism is and what that means for their sibling and for them as well. And I'm sure different methods to, you know, to interact with them and deal with being a sibling of an autistic child. And I'm so excited for him to do that, and so excited for him to meet others as well and just learn more about it, okay? We have had that conversation with Jackson. Jackson is aware of the fact that she is autistic. We did not long ago have the conversation with him. We wanted to be in a space where we could better explain it to him, and then we wanted to also reach out to people to help us explain it to him in the most efficient way, considering he is also 8 just like her. And Jayla does not know just yet. We have not had the conversation with her, and the reason being is because I don't want her to, no matter how we slice and dice it, no matter how we share this with her, my hesitance is her internalizing this as a negative thing, and internalizing this as something that makes her less than, and internalizing this as something that makes her less intelligent and less worth it. because that's how I know, because I know my daughter would internalize it. I want her to be a little further along cognitively for me to be able to have that conversation with her, for her to internalize it better. And I also want to make sure that I'm in the best place as far as learning and taking in every bit of information, that I can better communicate it with her and share it with her, where, you know, she takes it as the positive, beautiful thing that it is, okay? So yeah, that is going to come, right? But more importantly, this is where we are now, right? And I'm so excited, and I'm gonna try not to cry now. Okay, stop, don't do it, because I'm about to get these kids, so cry. Jayla has done incredible. If you guys knew the obstacles that she's gone through, my goodness, here we go. If you guys knew the obstacles that she has gone through, the things that she has dealt with, and even more recently, if you guys have seen my most recent social media posts, you guys know what I'm referring to. She's been through a lot. A lot. I have so many stories I could tell you of, just nightmare stories too. Nightmare stories that I want to tell y'all. Things to avoid, things that are gonna help you to avoid certain situations. I mean, we've changed her doctor, okay? Traumatic experience with the doctor. She's recently experienced the B word that kids do in school. I don't know if I can say that here, okay? I know some words aren't really, you know, but the B word at school. Not being called that, just being, you know what I'm saying? She's experienced that recently, not only in school, but also in some of the activities that she's a part of, right? She's been through a lot. But Jayla is the most incredible, intelligent, sweetest, most loving girl on the planet. And that girl doesn't give up, okay? We had her recent IEP meeting, and I was bawling tears, you hear me? Because for someone who has dealt with what she's dealt with, stop crying. I'm trying not to, I don't want to be all teary-eyed picking up the kids. For someone who's dealt with all that she's dealt with, for them to be able to say, look at her standardized test scores. Look at her math scores. 100%, 99%, 98%. You know what I'm saying? Reading at her grade level. What? At her grade level? Honey, just a year and some odd ago, she didn't even know the alphabet. All the way through. Sounds, I mean. She could say it. Sounds and letters, just like a little over a year and some odd ago. Understand? She's pushed through so much, and she's doing incredible. Her last IEP meeting, which was just a few days ago, was amazing. I was literally bawling the whole time. They literally had to have a box of tears. A box of tissue in front of me because bawling my eyes out. It was beautiful. Had our advocate tearing up and everything, okay? Like, actually, several of us were tearing up, okay? It was beautiful, you know? I'm thankful for the counselors that she works with at her school. They're incredible. Her school's incredible. Their school's incredible, you know? Their teachers are amazing. We've lucked out in those spaces, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really thankful to everyone that's been a part of this, you know what I mean? So much I can tell you, oh my goodness. We've done a lot that I could probably share with you guys in a separate video. Just trying to tap into some of the stuff that we've been learning, some of the organizations that we're trying to be a part of and all the things. But I am proud, so very proud to say that Jayla is autistic, and I'm so happy. I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't make sense. It won't make sense to most people, but I'm just so proud of her. You know what I mean? I'm proud of her. I'm so proud. So anyway, I'm not gonna make this video too long. I wanted to share with you guys her official diagnosis, not the formal diagnosis, but at least official enough for you guys to officially know that this is what they determined. And stay tuned, because I'm going to share a lot of her journey with you guys to kind of hopefully help the next person that might be questioning if they have a neurodivergent child. If you're looking to find out what's available to special needs parents out there to tap into for their kids. I definitely have so many short stories I could share with y'all. Just nightmare stories of things that are more cautionary tales of how to handle certain situations when dealing with an autistic child. So many experiences I could share with you guys, but those will be in separate videos. Anyway, you guys, let me know if you guys have any comments, questions, all the things down below. Also, guys, if you guys have any recommendations of organizations, I'm in St. Louis, Missouri, okay? But if you guys have any recommendations of organizations overall that maybe nationwide that we should look into reaching out to, or if you guys have any ideas of different things, services, and whatever the case may be that you guys have recommendations for, please leave those down below. Any and all resources that you guys could share in the comments down below not only will help me, okay, but also will help anyone else who might be dealing with this exact same thing. So please feel free to share down below anything that you guys would recommend that we do right away, or organizations we should take part in or be a part of. Any of those types of things are welcome. Hit a thumbs up while you guys are here. Subscribe if you guys have not already. I love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Bye.